Hey everyone, let's talk about the Ottoman Empire. A super interesting story that goes from the 1200s all the way to the 1900s. It all started with a group of Turkish nomads, basically people who moved around a lot, led by a guy named Osman Khan in the late 1200s. Osman was a really smart leader, and he made his group powerful in Anatolia, which is now Turkey. This was the beginning of what would become a really big and important empire. The leaders who came after Osman kept conquering more land, making the Ottoman Empire bigger and bigger. The early Ottomans were amazing fighters. They had this fighting spirit called the Ghazi spirit, which was like a mix of being super religious and being a brave warrior. They also started using guns and cannons early on, which gave them a big advantage in battles. Eventually, they bumped into the Byzantine Empire, which used to be very powerful but was getting weaker. The Ottomans saw that Constantinople, the Byzantine capital city, was really important, and they decided they wanted it. In 1453, led by a young leader named Mehmed II, the Ottomans did something amazing. They conquered Constantinople. People thought the city was impossible to conquer because it had huge walls and strong defenses. But after fighting for 6 weeks, the Ottomans took the city. This was a huge deal and changed history. Mehmed, who was only 21 years old, got the nickname Mehmed the Conqueror because of this victory. When Constantinople fell, it shocked everyone in Europe. It meant the end of the Byzantine Empire and showed that the Ottomans were a major power. Mehmed was smart and made Constantinople the new Ottoman capital. This gave him control of the important waterways between the Black Sea and the Mediterranean Sea. This meant the Ottomans could control trade routes and be powerful across many different areas. The Ottoman Empire was at its most powerful under a leader named Suleiman I, also known as Suleiman the Magnificent. He became the leader in 1520, and during his time the empire got even bigger, laws got better, and art and culture thrived. He expanded the empire into Europe, even attacking Vienna in 1529 and took control of a lot of the Balkans. But Suleiman wasn't just about fighting and conquering. He also really liked art and made sure laws were fair. He ordered the construction of amazing buildings like the Süleymaniye Mosque in Istanbul, which shows how rich and artistic the empire was. He also created new laws called the Kanun, which made the government run better and made sure people were treated fairly. At its biggest, the Ottoman Empire stretched across 3 continents and included lots of different cultures, languages, and religions. It was a really important empire. The Ottomans controlled the trade routes between the East and the West, so they controlled how goods and ideas moved around. Their rule also brought peace and stability to many areas, which helped the economy and allowed different cultures to mix. The Ottoman Empire left a complicated legacy. They did amazing things with art, architecture, and law, but there were also a lot of big changes and some tough times for the people who lived under their rule. The empire started to decline slowly in the 1600s and finally ended after World War I. But even though it ended, the Ottoman Empire had a huge impact on the world, and you can still see its influence today in Southeast Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East.